Okay, I think it's working now. Oh no. Okay. Hi. Hope everyone is doing well. We're off to a terrible start. We're also gonna have to play How Bad Is My Internet today? Currently it's telling me the connection is unstable. So that bodes poorly. But before we get started, so this stream is put on by SASA. This is the Save Ancient Studies Alliance, which is working to promote the study of our ancient world and engagement with our human deeper past. Building a grassroots movement through outreach, collaboration, accessibility, and public scholarship, we work toward our goal of inspiring a wide, inclusive community of scholars, learners, and students. These are all of the places that you can find SASA. And also, hello, yes, not quite Dino Time, not on the play end of things, but absolutely Dino Time in chat. But yeah, you can find SASA just about anywhere online, any social media, obviously here on Twitch, also on YouTube. Um, in terms of the live event protocol, please be kind and respectful, listen and ask thoughtful questions throughout the event. Please be patient with technology. As we have already seen, there are issues sometimes, and those administering it. And also, Sasa Archaeogaming Live is streamed on Twitch. Recordings will also be posted on the YouTube channel shortly after the event. And spoiler alerts, I don't know how far we're going to get in the game today, and if there are going to be any kinds of intensive spoilers, but this is a very spoiler heavy game, so please be aware and prepared for that. Alright, with all of that in mind, I need to start moving some things around on my screen before we get started so that I have access to all of the things. And that is correct. The ancients did not know of Twitch, and if they had, it probably would have been very confusing for them. Okay, now let's see if other stuff works. I think it might be. And that's also very true. In the context of this game, it's very likely Twitch chat would have broken some kind of golden rule. Alright, so we're going to be continuing as Kyle in about 20 years when the game actually loads. How's everyone doing? I'll see how everyone's doing long after the fact that I asked it. Although it says I have excellent connection now, which is rare, and I'm sure will only last but a moment.
Ah, you've returned.
Oh no. Looked me right in there. He's in a different position than he was when we left him. Ooh, congratulations on getting through the backlog. That's exciting. Alright, so we're gonna continue talking to this stranger.
Good to see you again, friend. Did you find what you need?
If you're comfortable sharing, what kind of lab work do you do? I won't say your username, just in case, but... Alright, so I'm gonna ask him the same things that I ask everyone, even though we've found ourselves at an impasse every time we try to find information out, but does he know of a way out of here?
Ha! If I did, would I be living like this?
Absolutely fair. So we talked a little bit last time to this character. He's a philosopher. We talked about kind of the idea of universal morality. Is there a universal morality? Can we judge everyone by the same kinds of standards? Oh, and I see in the chat. Oh, that's really cool. So it's very good that you got through the backlog. Alright, so we're gonna ask this guy, what do you think about the golden rule?
Did we not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see. You're toying with me. Ha!
Well, no, not toying with you, but this wasn't grayed out before, so I needed to ask. Molecular biology is probably another thing that the ancients probably would not fully understand. So yes, we are looking for plaques. We're looking for plaques that were removed. And I thought that we had found one, but it seemed to not be the case. So maybe he has some information.
You seek the plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription.
Yep.
It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you, if Kabash had not already taken it.
Also, yeah, that's very true. The molecular biology and lab work would be sorcery, and it probably would not go over well. Alright, so now we have to ask where Kabash is.
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the shrine of Persephone became the shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
Also, Romans setting a precedent for appropriation. Yeah, that's fair. And yeah, that's also a good point about Romans knowing how to selectively breed things. Probably they would be able to take something away from this, but yeah, gender not so navigable in ancient Roman society, as we've seen a few times in this game. It would be a very interesting topic for a romance book as well. Typos are my favorite. Okay, so I'll say, okay, so I kind of follow. We have a situation, we've had hints of this. We've had hints that this area was originally a lot of Greek architecture, effectively Greek culture and society, but slowly has changed to an ancient Roman society predominantly. I'll ask what this has to do with the person we're looking for.
I'm getting to that. You see, it was among these old Greek relics that I found the thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
Okay, I want to ask what it said, because the inscription could be useful or important.
We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
So it looks like it's theft and appropriation all the way down. Yeah, I'll trust the random guy living in the caves. I feel like that's reasonable. So I'll just ask what's in there.
There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You need it to open the gate.
Oh, that is one heck of a key. Alright. Okay.
I enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret. Yes.
Yeah, I'll say yes. Seems rude not to. Although I guess technically the story could make it so that I can't keep it a secret, but then I can just, like, destroy everything and start over again, so that's nice.
Ah, you've returned.
This is a little nice, sleepy hidey hole. Got quite the setup down here. Alright. Okay. Yeah, nothing bad ever happens in catacombs is the one thing that I've learned from media. So, this should be fine. Not very fancy entombment down here. Can't see a whole lot. I see a question in the chat. So how do archaeologists determine appropriation, like what the Romans obviously did, and a cultural replacement where one culture has left / died off and another moved in? So this is a complex question. And I will note, while my character's an archaeologist, I personally am not, but I do study culture and society, even though at this point I mostly study video games. So I think a lot of it has to do with when / where these things were engaged with and what happened to the previous society. So were these items and objects, it sounds like, at least in this case, particularly good. What? I don't like that. Oh no, I don't want to, that's gonna distract me. Oh no, it's still happening. Oh! What? Oh! Oh my god. Hold on. I'll answer that after I'm done being destroyed? Oh no. Do I just keep kicking it? Can I kill it? Oh, we're having a bad time. Oh no. What do I do? What do I do? Hold on. I'll keep doing the thing in a minute. Oh, this is stressful! No, there's not supposed to be... Oh, if only... Wait. Wait, I have a bow and arrow. I do. How do I equip it? Oh no. Oh, you're everywhere! Oh, this is so bad. Hold on. Oh no! I wasn't... Oh, I'm stuck on a statue. I wasn't expecting this. Let's just... I don't even know how to heal. We'll get out of here. This is fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, so it sounds like, given the location here, this safe? I think I'm safe here. Okay, so given the location, it sounds like these were stolen artifacts, at least in terms of the Egyptian items that we have kind of present here. It also sounds like this, we don't have a lot of information. Was this abandoned by the previous Greek inhabitants? Was this an area that was taken over from the previous Greek inhabitants? That would have a lot to do with how we would interpret what's going on here. Like if it was a situation of conquest, for example, where the previous Greek society was just overtaken by the Romans, that's a very different circumstance versus the Romans finding this abandoned city and sort of developing their own new city on top of it, or sort of in conjunction with it, if that makes sense. Doing it, yeah. I don't even have fire to set with. I need to figure out how to attack other than kicking. It only gave me a kick option, but I swear I have a bow and arrow. I thought I had a bow and arrow. Okay. Yeah, it is a party down here, and not a very fun one. Not one that I appreciate or enjoy. However, what I need to do, if I can escape this area, I don't remember how to get out. if I can find that bow and arrow that turns stuff into gold, that might be a good idea.
You've
But I
returned.
also think that I'm I'm not in a good position right now, health-wise, so I might need to break the golden rule and just reset stuff, you know, as you do. Goodness. And then, yeah, zombies attack appropriators. They are the ancient guard dogs, or something like that. Why is Georgius on my map? I'm supposed to talk to Georgius, apparently. Oh no. Now we're loading forever. Actually, if I attack the zombies, or probably in this case, like, more likely mummies, is that gonna break the golden rule? I don't know. I need, however, to figure out how to equip my stuff. How do I equip my stuff? Oh, it's laggy. See, it gives me hints for that, but it's only letting me, like... It's only letting me kick the monsters, but maybe if I find golden bow and arrow, perhaps I can attack. Apparently I'm supposed to talk to Georgius.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I.
Okay, so... Yeah, he's meeting us for the first time, but this is not our first time meeting him.
My friend, your words intrigue me more and more. But yes, very well. Ask me what you will.
Yeah, so, well... Yeah, we have a couple of questions to ask here, so I'm gonna ask about Kvash first.
Ah, I knew this day would come. I do not wish to lie to you, my friend, but even discussing this matter is dangerous. Please, let us leave the live coals safely beneath the ash.
Well, I guess this feels like a rude response, but I'll be rude.
Very well, but the magistrate would not look kindly upon this, so please keep it to yourself. For several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the temple of Demeter. Each day, I leave offerings of food in the hope that we may have a bountiful harvest, and yet the next day when I return, the food is missing.
I'll just say it's strange.
So I ask, who or what is devouring the food in this temple? Stranger still. Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. But do you know what I saw?
Someone who had been drinking? I'll just say I have no idea.
Nothing. Nobody entered. And yet when I went to take a look, my offering was gone. It is bizarre, is it not? When I told my friend Kabash of this at the tavern, he offered to help investigate. He went in, and to my dismay, he was never seen again.
Well, is that where I think that's where I just was. And I might have some idea of why Kabash disappeared, because I almost disappeared as well. And yeah, I like Georgius a lot.
It is the only Greek temple in the city. Head towards the baths, and it is the last building on your right. I do not think you should pursue this, my friend. It would break my heart to be responsible for two people disappearing. But you do not strike me as a kind of person to be deterred by such warnings, so just be careful, I beg you.
Yeah, I mean, he's the fashion guy, so of course his shirt is immaculate. He's the one creating fashion in this world. I also need
Have
to
you
ask
discovered
him.
anything about my vanishing offerings?
Not
Ah,
yet.
that
Can
is
I
all
ask
right.
about
Perhaps
the
another
Greek,
time.
please? Yes, Greek.
And in a city full of Romans you are asking me? Because I am Greek. Let me tell you something about Greeks and Romans. My name is Georgios, yes. But the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius. Good Roman name. They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us but call him Jupiter. They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpina. I am flattered that they copy our ideas, but why must they change the names? Do they want credit for making it all up? Do they want to forget where it came from? At first, I pull my hair out. After a while, I give up, and I become Georgius the Roman. I accept the world is Roman. Plus, I have no hair left to pull. But my point is this. If you want to know who stole an old Greek name, look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans. The plague you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Dully. He cannot help it. Like a typical Roman, he likes shiny things, especially those that once belonged to my people. And besides, it makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it. I believe he still has it with him, in his cell, just opposite the Temple of Demeter.
Okay, so we've got some information now.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
And yes, it does look a bit like a wedding dress. I wonder if we can get a better look at what it is. It's more of like a tunic kind of thing going on here. Alright, so, I figured it out! Okay! Oh, nope, don't want that. Can I? No one's gonna care if I'm just walking around with, Alright, so that's not gonna break the golden rule. Let's see. Just opposite of... This is... Well, alright, let's... We're going back in. We're gonna do this first, and I'm gonna regret all of my decisions. Oh no. Please? Please? Bow and arrow? Yeah! But this is not the golden bow and arrow. Okay. Alright. I can do this. This is gonna be fine. Nothing wrong here. Just some undead. And I'm also half dead. I also don't know how to use the bow and arrow. And yes, the thirst over Georgius is real. I guess we should refer to him as Georgius, since that's the appropriate pronunciation for what he just told us. Gorgeous Georgius. Alright, I know there's a guy. Where did you go? What is in here? Oh, well, that's not useful, because I don't have a key for that. I don't think, do I? It's just... Okay. Okay. Let's do what I need to. I don't even know how many arrows I have. Is it infinite? Please be infinite. I'm just gonna run through them. They're not killable. Here, I thought I'd figured it out, but I just gotta run anyway. No! Oh, that's so disturbing. I don't like that. They sound like they're right behind me. Don't turn around. Don't think about it. Just go forward. Wow.
Stop! Do not come any closer. Who are you?
I'm Kyle.
I am Kabash. And let me guess. Another Greco-Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors,
Not on purpose. Just looking for this plaque.
To what end?
I need to return it.
That is welcome news. You really are not Greco-Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it, and restore the honor of Osiris.
And also, yes, that's very fair. You can't kill what's dead. And that's probably the issue that I'm running into here. Okay, so we can examine this plaque a little bit. We've got some hieroglyphics. Okay.
Now, as for the other plaque.
And yeah, I guess he did the same thing and just kind of ran for it, and then they forgot, maybe? Because they didn't follow me in here. Okay, so I need to ask about these other plaques.
Indeed, I have it right here. I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit, and there it was.
Can I have it?
You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it.
But I need it for reasons.
Because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
I'm not gonna be a jerk, so I'll just ask how.
I will tell you. But first, do you know what this place is?
Alright, so I'm gonna use my character's archaeologist insight.
Indeed. And I see you know our history. This is the Duat. See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story. And here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers. But instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it, removing his name and replacing it with Hades. Even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron. As if that desecration was not enough, they built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld, so that ours was forgotten. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle began anew.
So we have more of this cultural replacement going on. We have more pieces of this puzzle for what happened. And it does sound quite a bit like appropriation, just sort of renaming things to match with a new culture. I mean, yeah, I can see. I don't want to ask, so what's the problem?
I am glad to hear it, which brings me to this other, fourth plaque. It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so, it would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even before us, and that my people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us. But this, I cannot accept. I sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more.
Well, that seems well, but I keep the stuff after everyone dies, but then I'd also have to run back to the portal from here. Okay, so I'll just say, what does it say?
You will never know.
Rude.
This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into the black abyss below in Osiris's name.
Yeah, so I see, I'm wondering how much of all of this kind of stuff was renaming versus pantheons having similar gods and goddesses. It, I think, depends on the localities and also who came in contact with who might have been influencing who, because we do see a lot of similarities between the religious traditions of specific regions globally. I'm not gonna threaten. Please don't.
You are too late.
Oh,
It is done.
that's not good. Okay. Now I gotta go in.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
I just gotta break a rule while I'm down there. Probably? No, because then I can't get back to the portal. This is fine.
If it will help you to see reason, then ask.
What's your story?
I am from Rakotis, which you may know as Alexandria, the name of the city the Greeks built over it. I was a fisherman, like my father before me. Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome. When the fires broke out last year, I tried to help. I gathered terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs. I awoke on the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was Kirti, and at the time, I simply thought him odd. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the Kirti, the ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead.
I can see how that would maybe not be something that you assume is actually happening to you. So, is there a way out? I'm just gonna ask since I ask everybody.
This is where I belong, as caretaker of the memories of my people. If our ways are to be remembered, it falls to me.
Okay, what do you think about the Golden Rule?
I think if someone is to break the Golden Rule, it will not be me. For I try to live as I always have by the command of the goddess Ma'at. Do to the doer to make him do. As for the punishment that will come from it, I finally understand why it has long been said among my people that gold is the skin of the gods.
An interesting interpretation. Although in this case, it's one god's punishment to everyone to give them a skin of gold. So what do you think is in this pit that I'm about to jump in?
I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? Perhaps it is infinite darkness. Perhaps it is the lair of Amit, the devourer of souls. All I know is it would be unwise to venture down there.
Perhaps.
Most unwise.
You don't know me, sir.
Good. Be gone from this place. Wait. You are planning to go down there. I see it in your eyes.
Yep.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with
we've
no
already had
way.
this conversation.
We shall see.
Okay. Okay. Well. Okay. I didn't want to read that since probably would have drowned, and I'm already not doing super well. Okay. What horrible things are gonna happen here? We've got a lot of interesting stone carvings, which appear to maybe be of Osiris, yeah. Oh, it's ancient Sumerian. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we have some history kind of where Osiris with the Egyptians may have come from. And we are in, ooh, an ancient Sumerian temple underground. And we have this handy translator in the fact that everything becomes English except for the obelisk plaques, I think, but yeah, it's an unknown down here. And plunging into a pit is never fun, but yeah, it's not much of an abyss. So we've got Stranger, heed the final words of the Namkuzu, bear witness to our aftermath and lament us. We did our best to live as the gods commanded. We planted and harvested together, we shared bread and beer, we accepted newcomers with open arms as if family, but with each newcomer the bonds of our family strained, and soon we were strangers to each other. And when those bonds were finally broken, my brothers and sisters planted only for themselves and ate and drank alone. And it was there, in the empty space between us, that sin took root. Nurgle, so we have some additional context here. Nurgle sentinels have awoken and clamor at our barricades. Learn from us. Learn from our mistakes, I think it was going to say, but then terrible things happened, presumably. Alright, so if I run into the undead, I can't do anything. Oops. I died. I don't know what happens now. Maybe it just... Okay, continue from last save. That sucks. I didn't know that I was gonna get got by like a giant boulder. Very Indiana Jones style. And we talked about this a little bit before. Um, yeah, Kyle's gone now. Only to return. But yeah, this idea of traps, this idea of traps in like temples and tombs and things like that is kind of a misnomer. Because it wasn't exactly a common thing, but we do see that a lot in media representations of tombs and the like. So how did these two... Huh. Oh no. Okay. So I'm not gonna step on that. Can I examine it without horrible things happening? Inspect. Sumerian markings. It's a pressure... Yeah, I should have read it before I got spikes. Oh no. How many times will Kyle die before I get out of here? If I get out of here. That's the question. And yeah, so we've got very, very ancient civilization. Strange object. In the shape of a suitcase. Probably never know, but I want to know. Okay, there's another pressure plate. Can I get over here? Okay, that wasn't worth it. Barricades. An eroded set of barricades looks like they were trying to defend themselves from something! Okay. Spikes didn't get me. I just don't trust anything now. Which I think is the only way to do this. That's actually a very funny thing to do to a coffin, the snakes that pop out. You could also see like a kind of a jack-in-the-box thing. I vaguely remember this area. What? Why? I can't go this way? But it's open! Alright. Okay, so I recall this not being great.
When I told you that you would not find a way back up, that was not a prediction. That was a promise.
Oh,
You will die here.
Oh no. Okay. Oh no. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get out very quickly, and I don't know how. Okay. No need for this to end in violence.
I disagree. I
Golden
warned
rule.
you against coming down here, against perpetuating this sacrilege, but you persisted. You have undermined and dishonored the true god of the underworld. How did you think this would end, if not with bloodshed?
Future archaeology is going to be very interesting. And also, yes, he is alive. I can use my bow and arrow against him, but I don't know if self-defense breaks the golden rule. The second the golden rule is broken, I have to book it and get out of here. How did he get down here? That's the hint. He got down here somewhere somehow, and like I can use that to get out.
Very well, I will listen. But if I sense deception, or if you further insult my gods, I will carry out my threat. So tell me, why should I let you live after you salvaged this instrument of blasphemy?
Okay. Okay. Let's think this through here. If something can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. Feels very aggressive, and I don't think it's gonna placate him. There's no shame in building on the works of people who came before you. I don't know that he would appreciate it, but it is less aggressive. And I'm just trying to replace all of the plaques. I mean, yeah, that's technically yes.
Why? To what end?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll be honest. I want to go talk to the god of the underworld.
But why? What business could you have with Osiris?
Well. Oh, I don't think he's gonna like any of these answers. Confront about the golden rule. I mean, that's technically the truth.
Blasphemous fool!
Yeah, I didn't think that was
You
gonna go
have
over.
sealed your own fate.
Yeah. Yep. Gotta break the golden rule.
Ha, good. I welcome it. You see, the philosopher told me that each time it breaks, Osiris bellows with rage, and his voice shakes the very foundations of the earth. I can only hope one more tremor will lay waste to this fragile place once and for all, and you along with it.
Yeah,
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna be reasonable about any of this. How do we get out? How do we get out? Oh no. Oh no. I died before I could get out. Oh. Yep, continue from the last save. Which might be before I talk to him. Hopefully after I talk to him. I don't know. Before I talked to him. Okay. Well, this is stressful.
When I told you that you...
Okay, no need for this kind of violence. We're just gonna... Okay, hear me out. Nothing I say is gonna make him happy.
Why?
I could try lying.
But why?
I'm gonna lie.
Doubtful.
Okay, so... Okay. Nothing really, but does anyone know much about him?
You speak the truth. Indeed, it seems we have all been deceived. Many of my ancestors endured great hardship to live good lives so that we may descend to the Duat in death and be judged accordingly. We prepared to have our hearts weighed on Anubis' scales and to swear ourselves innocent of sin before the 42 assessors of Ma'at. And yet, I arrive here to find the Book of the Dead contained only a seed of truth. And now, I ask myself, did our priests steal and embellish the stories of an older people and feed us lies all our lives simply to trick us into obedience?
He's feeling a little blasphemous now, even though he's mad at me about it. I isn't being a good person. Well, I don't know how to respond to make him not want to kill me, because I feel like no matter what I say, isn't it worthwhile to be a good person?
I am not sure I follow. Speak plainly.
Okay, Even if your beliefs about the afterlife weren't quite accurate, isn't the important thing that it motivated you to live good lives? Or, if you were only living a good life because you... Okay, so... I'm gonna go with the first one, because it feels less accusatory. And yeah, he does seem like he's having a crisis of faith. And he's very on edge. And...
Perhaps there is
Oh
some
no, I still
truth
have to...
in that.
Oh, this is...
What is your point?
Are you going to abandon a lifetime of good character now that it matters most? Just because you found out you were misled.
You are persuasive. Very well. I will let you live, and you may do what you will with that plaque.
Heck yeah,
I
all I had
will
to do was
remain
lie.
here for a while, and attempt to learn what I can about the foundations of my people's beliefs. Go.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay. I think... Perhaps... I don't know if there's other stuff to explore down there. There might be. Oh, this is very claustrophobic. Whoops. Oh. Oh no. Okay. 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 Is this zombie territory? I think it is. I can't kill them. Don't remember which way is out. This way? Oh, I can't believe that worked. I'm glad it did, because I would have had to outrun a whole lot of stuff, and that wasn't going my way. Okay. One step closer. No objectives on the board.
Ah, you've
Should I talk to this
returned.
guy again?
Good to see you again, friend. Did you find what you need?
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret, yes?
Okay. I wonder if I tell someone about him after telling him I wouldn't, if that also breaks the goal. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do next. I have no markers to tell me what's going on or where I'm supposed to be going. So, I guess I'm just gonna guess. Okay, stuck loading. This game starts very not stressful and very quickly gets incredibly stressful. While also ramping up the historical commentary on cultural theft. There we go. Somehow I keep getting stuck on the environment. Okay, so we have some items now, although I also need to potentially get into, I think it's over here. What's this? Dooley said he did not do it.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Oh yeah. Interesting. And yes, Gorgeous Georges might have something for me. And no, I am also not the biggest fan of games that feel like there's not gonna be a lot of danger, and then suddenly, a lot of danger. Okay, so, I'm gonna ask questions, even though she doesn't know who I am.
I beg your pardon?
Well, yeah, Livia was right.
Oh my. That is quite a lot to take in. You'll have to give me a moment. Let's see. If that is indeed the case, I suppose we'd better figure out what to do about it, hadn't we? We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Okay, so, in all of these cases, I have to confront the god of the underworld. And this is technically supposed to be the last session of playing this game, but I kind of want to see it through.
May Fortuna guide you.
And I definitely can't finish in the next 8 minutes or so.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, I need that plaque.
Do you like it? It's shiny, innit? It makes me happy just looking at it.
I don't know about shiny, but I need it.
But if I gave it to you, then I wouldn't have it anymore, and I'd be sad.
Well, yeah, I need it for something important.
But it's mine, and I really like it. I want to keep it.
Okay, so I have to say this anyway.
Salve.
What would it take?
Well, if you get me out of here, then I wouldn't need it anymore because I'd already be happy. Then you could have it, and you'd be happy too.
And yeah, I was noting that last time I played this, that I find it very strange that anytime you play or watch any media, or do anything having to do with like ancient Rome, or usually also ancient Greece, you end up with British accents for some reason. And so you're just, yeah, he doesn't have that, but the rest of the characters have that British accent thing going on. And I don't quite understand it, but I guess it gets kind of hand-waved, explained away by the fact that everyone is also speaking English and I can understand them. But yes, it bothers me. So, I'll talk to the magistrate.
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
But you see, I'm a time traveler.
Like, Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything.
Okay. Yeah, we're not doing Malleolus. We already know how that one ends.
Yeah, Galerius will let me out. Then you can have my plaque and everyone will be happy.
Okay, so we should probably figure out what happened to Dooley here.
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
What did you do?
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Okay, did someone think you were going to steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking.
Is that all?
They said I did it. More than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
A liability?
Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
Okay, so interesting. So we've got a letter explaining that he was locked up to prevent him from trespassing. Sentia says, while I'm sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I've reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited lest you break the golden rule. Okay.
What does it say?
Well, it says they caught you trespassing a lot.
My treasure! My friend
What is the
Hannibal
treasure?
used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me, except my friend Galerius and Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
And yeah, he had kind of a guardian who apparently passed away, and they've not given him another guardian. He doesn't seem like a person that can necessarily take care of himself or live on his own, and this was their solution to that, unfortunately for Dooley. So yeah, give me the key.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
Okay, so this... Oh... Let me just rig an election, I guess?
Galerius already tried that.
Yeah, we're gonna go in circles. Okay.
What about the rule? Like,
You magistrate, we've
Hannibal.
already done this. I'll get right on it. Okay. Figure out how to get to the upper cistern, but I also have to convince Galerius to run for magistrate, and my stream is over, like, now. How do I get over there? Is there a way out over here? Yeah. Spooky whispers. How much more can I get done in 2 seconds? That's a good idea.
Don't you just love springtime?
Oh, hey! Sup, dude?
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
I'm magical. Reliving this. It's Groundhog Day in ancient Rome. How do you mean get myself a sidekick?
You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name? Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus.
How so?
Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over again, for all eternity. Just like you. Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Pleiades had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. But on the bright side, At least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
Bad news, Galerius. And also, yeah, I sort of wish that I could just decide to take care of Dooley in the game, but unfortunately it doesn't give me that option.
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position, friend, but you seem all right to me. So, I'll tell you what. I'll keep doing whatever I can to help you. And you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in.
Galerius is a cool dude. Also, sorry, apparently my email is open somewhere. I didn't know. Okay, so yeah, he's a good dude.
That's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend.
Okay, well that I didn't get to convince him to run for magistrate, but I'm out of stream time today, which means I need to get back over to another screen. Hold on. Okay. I might adjust the schedule if there's any interest in me playing this some more, and seeing it through to where we actually meet the god of the underworld. But yes, so subscribe on Twitch if you enjoy SAS's live events such as Archaeogaming, which is this, book clubs, and reading groups. Please consider becoming a supporter of SASA with a recurring monthly donation. For as little as $3 a month, you can help us save ancient studies, and you can also subscribe on Twitch for free through your Amazon account. As usual, thank you very much for joining us. And I see one person would like to see the saga of Kyle continue, uh, including me not knowing what I'm doing and potentially being eaten by Egyptian mummy zombies. But yeah, thank you, everyone. Hopefully I will see you next time, and we may or may not continue on with this game just to see where things go. But have a good rest of your day, everyone. Hopefully see you on the next time.